Okay, so welcome in this video. Today we are going to take a look at my Halftone preset for Davinci Fusion. There is a link in the description to download it. To install it, you need to click on the bottom right part of the screen, go to Path Map, search for Macro, right-click and click Show Folder, and you can put it right there. Once the macro is installed, you need to click Badge and Space and search for Halftone. The macro is very simple. There is a resize tab. When you click auto resolution, the resolution changes to adapt with the file you choose. You can reset the size and you can uncheck auto resolution and change it manually. You can click on keep aspect, so it keep the aspect ratio of the image. Right now I will keep the original ratio. After that, the dot control tab, there is a slider for the dot size, which is pretty self-explanatory. There is a rotate cyan slider, rotate magenta slider, and rotate yellow slider. You can also move each channel, yellow, magenta, and cyan. But we will take a look after at those options. After that, you have the basic compositing tab. I put a post-arrest time effect. There is a blur. The default is set to 0.5 to make the dots a bit softer, because without, I think it's a bit too much sharp. And there is also overall hue. You can tweak this to fake some print issue. And after this, you have blend, which is also really simple. And you can change the apply mode. You can play with this to find something that you like. The node also have one input, which is not blue, as we can usually see in Fusion, but this is basically a mask input. So you can take pretty much everything that has an alpha channel and put it in this input. So you can have the effect on some part of the video. So after tweaking this a bit, here is the result I like. With the post-arrest time set to 5. This is another video. This is just to show you that in some case you need to change the colors of the video to improve the effect. As you can see, it's really dark. So in this case, I will use a CC color corrector node just before the halftone effect and just increase a tiny bit the lift so we can gain some details back in the shadow. And this is the result for this video with the color corrector. So this is a 3D render I've made recently, just to show you that it works better on close-up details. Right now, if I put the halftone effect, it works great, but in my opinion, when I crop it, very close detail of the image, I like to add some white border around, and then after this you add the halftone effect. In this case, when I change the dot size to be smaller, it creates some really weird artifact. To improve this, you just need to increase the resolution with the resize tab. I will check keep aspect and just give it a bit more pixels to work with. And then when I change the pixel size, the dot size, sorry, it works great as intended. Now we can talk about the move yellow, move magenta, and move cyan. If I move each channel, it creates some misalignment in the printing process, which can look really good. I like to do it very subtle, and I think it works very good. You can also animate this move by right-clicking, modify with, shake. And when I play it, you can see the move yellow is moving a tiny bit. Also, one effect I discovered is that you can change the dot roundness. So to do this, I add a resize node just after the halftone preset. And for the resolution, I choose the same aspect ratio than the original image. And when you change the keep aspect button and change the height or the width, this creates some really cool dots. Right now the dots are a bit more oval in the vertical position, but I can change everything to put them more horizontal. This effect works because the halftone is outputting some really weird ratio image, and after this, the resize node put it in the original ratio, So it's spreading every pixel on the X or Y axis. And again, if I move a tiny bit the yellow or the cyan channel to create some misalignment, I think it's look really cool. Last part is to show you that it can also work on text. Right now it's not very interesting. You can add just before the halftone a blur effect to create some really good dot design around the letters. But I think, in my opinion, it's worked great with some colored text. And right now, I think it's look really cool. Again, I will use the move options to offset the printing. Also, you can add some fast noise on top of everything to create some depth in the background. So this is a pretty simple background, fast noise, sorry. I put the detail all the way up, and the cis, I add an expression times slash 100, so it creates this really soft movement. And I merge everything with the U apply mode, so it shifts a tiny bit the color of the text and the background. After the blur and after the CMYK preset. One last note, I made it a group macro, so you can basically trick everything inside by double-clicking it to open everything, or you can also right-click ungroup and get all the information and all the nodes I've used to create this preset. So I hope this preset can help you in your project. Don't hesitate to send me a message if you have any question. That's it for this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.